Storm's over, rain gone. Storm's over, rain gone. Storm's over now, I'm on my way back home. Raging storm's over, winter ceased to moan. The rain stopped, pennies dropped.
Well, I was asked to repeat my words of wisdom, which I just uttered about this tree. Well, that's problematic. You think it's easy. I think this through and then say something. Of course, I can say that again, but that's not how that happens. I sit here and something speaks in me. I don't think about what I will say, I just say it. That's how that happens. So this is why I find it difficult to repeat. So anyway, forgive me if I don't say the same thing. I will say something very different probably, but maybe also wise. We will see. The crown is nice. I think you did a very good job in creating a crown which does not look like a pine tree crown with flat and all the layers and everything. This looks like a broad-leafed crown could look like. And it's small. That means it's enhancing the power of that trunk. Now, we took away the green so that you can see what's really important, and that is not the green, it is the movement of this trunk with the dead wood. Okay, this view now is very interesting with this dead wood and this movement. You can see it from the side, also nice. If you turn it around, it's also nice. It has very nice dead wood here. But the whole tree is going away from you, so this is, I'm pretty sure, the back, but still a good back. Now, so far so good. The biggest problem will be how to get it in a reasonable pot. A reasonable pot, if you ask me, will probably not be a regular bonsai pot. Now, this could go into a hexagonal pot like that, or a round pot, or like that, but it will not, because there's a reason why this is in this big pot. The roots are somewhere here. So the task is to find some container where this fits and can still be viewed from this side. Now, there is a modern trend now in changing also the way pots were made. Now we have a very strange pots that look like they're made of stone, like made of lava. A lot of traditionalists hate these pots. Well, whether you hate them or not, that's another thing. But they are very practical for this sort of beast, because that may be the only chance to ever get it into a reasonable container. So you better start thinking about these pots. It's not a half moon, it's something made of lava. Mateusz Grobelny from Poland makes some of these. I will probably have one, but it's a bit big and probably too fat for this tree. And then we don't really know what the rootage is here. So the sad truth is that we cannot even select a pot. Well, because we don't know what's going on here. We do nothing. We wait until beginning of April next year, when the tree starts to bud, and then we take him out of the pot and we'll see what the roots are. And then we can see whether this tree can ever be in this pot, in some one of these weird pots. Okay, can now somebody put this stump away? In the end, you can always come back and do this. Okay, somehow this is how it may fit into a normal bonsai pot, but it will not look as dramatic as it did before. You can also do this. Very interesting. Maybe it depends on the roots. Maybe this is how we get it into some pot. Or you have a pot made. But I wish you good luck, because the pots will never turn out the way you really wanted them to. Okay, very nice piece of material. Congratulations to this find. Okay, Prunus mahaleb, by the way, collected in Croatia from the rocks. Big stone, heap of stones, and they grow in there.
Maybe,
No,
or
it's
maybe not.
something like that. Could well be. But this is even too regular, too nice, but in this direction. Okay, if somebody
Ako ti dobro, ja bih ti
if somebody now, okay, if,
Stavi samo to. Ne, mislio sam ti staviti to isto.
okay, if somebody wants to desperately find a pot up in my car, there is a grubelny pot which we will have to bring down anyway. Somebody
Okay.
on the right side there is this fat, so that to see what I'm talking about here.
Da ga još malo.
I think this would look fabulous, but I doubt whether that will go in there. But we will have to see. In spring we will know. That would be perfect. I mean, but then of course you could also take a regular pot. But this kind of pot goes very well with this kind of very old, ancient, very wild tree. Okay, so but the opposite would be a very licked traditional pot. So I would probably prefer this over a regular standard pot.
What about almost the same? It looks like a bark, but it's a little different color. Now it's similar, but it's not the same. It's maybe too little different between
similar.
the color. So maybe it's,
This one,
yeah.
too similar?
Yeah, it's similar like a bark, but it's not the same. So it's like, I wanted to make a pot that it's similar color, like it's the same color like a bark, but it's not. Like I'm doing, like I try to fit the.
Yes, I know what you say. This is another concept. Traditionalists hate this because this is not done traditionally, that a pot really looks like part of the tree. They say there is a clear differentiation between pot and tree. Now, there was a time when there was a clear differentiation between a picture and the frame. But you know that some people have now painting in the frame. Now, this is too big, of course. This is much too big.
That sort of style.
But this sort of pot, turn around like that.
Aj ga digni čajko. Da ga mogu posnimati.
You see, I mean, this is much too big, but you see this character of pot and the tree coming out of that looked great. You got me? This is, by the way, Mario and Andrea have ordered for a tree.
Da, prejak je. It's too powerful, too big, but something like that.
Yes. So this is a grubelny pot, which will go to split.
Do you have something similar but smaller?
Yes,
This tree?
It is like a
possibly, yes. I have a pot which is smaller than that and which will probably fit.
Summer's over,